Hey guys, this is Woody the Unexceptional Gamer bringing you a breakdown of the Elite 8 round for Commentary March Madness. I'm here with Anthony G, also known as Two Average Joes, and Anthony's using YouTube as a way to hone his commentating skills in hopes of someday landing a job on ESPN or a similar outlet. So until then, let's talk about Commentary March Madness. What do you got?
All right, well, we'll just hop right into this, I guess. So the first matchup that we'll go over is Ukrainian Limbs, who went up against Fuzzy Otter Balls. Now, Ukrainian Limbs is possibly one of the most creative people on YouTube, and he came out in this video talking about campers and how they're in every single Call of Duty, not just Black Ops, and he really was making me laugh about all these facts that he made up about campers, such as that they were all born 3 to 4 weeks late because they were camping in their mom's womb, or that they were the kids that camped the water fountain in school only to get a drink of water whenever somebody else wanted one. And it really, really was a funny video. And then he went on to give us kind of an inception theory to it, which was really original, and it was a really entertaining video to watch. And then Fuzzy Otter Balls came out kind of trolling Ukrainian Limbs, and I thought that was really funny. And he basically said how he hoped that Ukrainian Limbs videos sucked, and if he put out a good video, then he hopes that he rage quits March Madness. And it was kind of cool to see him rip on Limbs. And then he went on to talk about trolling and how he feels about trolls aren't being very intelligent. And then between his jokes and his rambling about how he's in love with the aviator and his discussion on proper grammatical uses of the word your, Fuzzy ended up winning this and took over the judges for this round.
Yeah, this was a good round. Ukrainian Limbs has been hitting home runs in every round, which is why he got as far as he did. But Fuzzy Otterball has just brought out his natural sense of humor, and he had me laughing out loud at the thing. I know it was a close. Do you remember what the judges' voting was on this?
I'm pretty sure that this one was a 3-2 vote.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Sometimes when these matchups go, it's a shame that someone has to lose. And, sometimes you almost want them both to lose. This was one of the former.
I couldn't agree more. And then the next matchup is Onslaught, who went up against Vertical. Now, Mike came out with something different yet again. He didn't have any gameplay, but rather he kind of had screenshots and theater mode clips of different maps, and he talked about who he is as a person. He went over how he's a commentator, a Christian, he doesn't like fighting, that he's a husband, that he's an athlete, among many of other things. And it was a really interesting story of his, and it was kind of risky not using gameplay. And though that's a risk he took, he actually ended up losing to his opponent, Vertical, who came out with a commentary for a little bit, which you could tell is not his strong point. He kind of rambled on a little bit, but regardless, he came out with this amazing theater mode edit, and honestly, it could have been a promo for Black Ops. His editing skills are absolutely amazing, and though the commentary was mediocre at best, the theater mode was just so well done that he took over the judges and won this round.
Yep, in a 3-2 vote. So, when Commentary March Madness or Commentator March Madness first came out, I was really interested in seeing how the different things would match up. Some guys do music, some guys do theater mode, some guys make montages, some guys tell hilarious stories, and this is one of those completely two different styles of videos. And in this case, they went with Vertical. When I watched Onslaught's video, one of the things he said he was, aside from a commentator, Christian, etc., was that he was a friend. And me being a friend of Onslaught, I was kind of touched personally. I was like, wow, I'm one of those guys that he's talking about. But that wasn't enough to win over the judges, and he got knocked out. So sorry, Mike. Friends in high places did you nothing.
But it was still a very close vote, like you said, 3-2. And then the next matchup was David XS, who went up against Dr. Chiz or Dr. Coffee MD. Now, David came out with a pretty cool theater mode edit. He was showing off his skills with the ballistic knife, and he used some music that he made in the background. I thought that was really, really interesting, something a little bit different. And it gave the video an easy-to-watch type of feel to it. And then he gave us some S&D gameplay using the silenced MPK-5, and he kind of talked about how honored he is to be here right now, seeing as he's one of the smaller channels in this competition, and he talked about how far his channel has come since he started commentating almost exactly a year ago. And then Dr. Chiz came out, and he basically went over his zombie survival plan, and he went over who he would pick to help him out with the zombie apocalypse. And it was just really funny who he would pick and why he picked him. But regardless, David would win this round.
Yep. And another good matchup. My favorite part, I think, in this round was when Dr. Coffee MD or Dr. Chiz said that he would bring K-pop with him for the zombie apocalypse just to repopulate the earth. And she ended up tweeting him back and said that she was down. The younger version of me would have been all over that if I was Dr. Chiz.
Exactly. And they were both really great videos. Again, I'm pretty sure that was yet another 3-2 vote. Most of them actually were, like you said, it mostly comes down to preference. But regardless, great videos by both of them. And then the last matchup is Mr. Duncan, who went up against the Sideshow. Now, Duncan came out playing some headquarters on Nuketown using the MPL and did a video commentary over it. And it was kind of funny because he had no idea how to use the webcam, and it was pretty apparent because he was having some technical issues with it. But yeah, he had the Dunkus cam up in the top right corner, and he basically went over how balancing real life and gaming is really important, and how he used to, not really be that into gaming, and then how it really started to take over his life when he started commentating. And it was really kind of a relaxed, chill type of commentary, and it was really, really interesting to hear about his life and how his lifestyle is. And then the Sideshow, completely different personality. The Sideshow is one of the most energetic people possibly on YouTube. You just have to be happy listening to this guy, and I don't think this guy can ever be in a bad mood. But for his commentary, he had me cracking up, and he can really go from talking about gameplay to talking about his genitals, and he can just pull that off somehow. And he came out playing Modern Warfare 2, which was a nice change of pace. Then came out with a really impressive song, in my opinion. It's still just stuck in my head. I absolutely loved it, and so did the judges, and that's why the Sideshow will be moving on over Mr. Dunkus in this round.
Yeah, Mr. Duncan did one of 2 or 3 videos in the competition so far that talked about almost the darker side of gaming, the real work-life balance, how you can fall out of shape or ignore your real-life relationships. And it was really well done, and it was pretty charming to see him struggle with the webcam. But the Sideshow came out with one of the strongest entries in the entire competition so far. That song is on iTunes now. I'm nearly positive. I saw him tweet about it. And yeah, he released it on his own channel. It is, yeah. He released it on his own channel as a standalone video, and it was just great. I was really excited about some of the musical entries that came into Commentary March Madness. I personally am a sucker for the musical entries. Almost everyone in there, I would have picked them to be the winner, and but I'm not one of the judges, so they kind of fared. Some win, some won, some lost. But the Sideshow moved on into the Final Four, which is getting to be pretty rare air. There's not a lot of guys left. There were 68 to start with, and there's 4 left, and he's one of them. So well done.
Yes, and so that means that there are going to be 3 more videos, guys. Only 3. A lot of you guys are saying, whoa, what the heck? It's May Madness. It's not March Madness. But there's only 3 videos left. And what I like about this is that these 3 videos are all going to be very impressive. I can guarantee that nobody's going to just roll over and die in any of these videos now. Everybody in the competition at this point wants to win. And I think that that's going to make for some entertaining videos in the next couple of matchups.
That's exactly right. You don't make it to the Final Four by putting up mediocre stuff. So, and everyone in here has a shot to do this. We'll see. Who's your pick to win it all?
Well, it's really tough, but I'm going to have to go with Vertical on this one.
Really?
Vertical, yeah, just because of the fact that not many people on YouTube are doing the whole theater mode thing. I might be a little bit biased because he actually is a personal friend of mine, but whenever Black Ops came out and the whole theater mode aspect was announced, I thought that was going to take over YouTube and everybody was going to start doing that. But honestly, you really don't see that many people putting together impressive theater mode edits nowadays.
Before the competition started, I thought Tryhard Ninja might win the whole thing. Into the competition, I thought Onslaught and T-Mart were going to meet in the championship round. And so far, I guess I'll go ahead and curse Sideshow. Now I think he's going to win the whole thing. I see if I can keep up my record of being wrong about everything.
Yeah, I mean, if he puts together another song like he did in that past round,
how can he
then it's going to be tough to beat him. Oh. And I don't want to put all my money on Vertical, and then I don't want to make it sound like, I only want Vertical to win or anything, because obviously, like I said, every single person that is in the Final Four here, they're all going to be putting out great videos, and I'm really excited to see what each person can bring to the table.
Yep. So that's it. Look forward to more videos for Commentary June Madness. Have a good day.
See you guys.